Spencer Lazara, reporting for MMAinterviews.tv. I'm on the phone with Demetrious Mighty Mouse Johnson. You've got a huge fight here coming up March 2nd. It'll air in the United States. March 3rd over there in Sydney, Australia, against Ian McCall, UFC on FX2. First off, I just wanted you to talk about the decision to drop to flyweight, despite your success at bantamweight.
The decision to drop to flyweight, me and my coach talked about it in the UFC, offered it to me, and I was like, sure, why not, As far as I was concerned, I was ready to fight Eddie Wyland at 135 again, and they were on my way back to climbing the mountain to face Demetrious again. He was still the champion at that time. I made it up that mountain again.
So was it a difficult, was there any reservations from you to make the drop? I mean, did you really want to go for that 135-pound belt again?
At the time, yeah, absolutely, and when the UFC offered me to 125, I was like, sure, why not? Let's do it, I would love to still fight at 135, but right now my mind's set on, Ian McCall and going after the 125-pound belt.
Is it much of a weight cut for you? Do you have to cut much weight to get 125?
I'm already dieting. If I don't diet at all, I'll get to like 145. And right now I'm like 10 pounds over, so I've been dieting pretty hardcore for probably about, I want to say almost a month now. So it's going to be a big cut, but I'm excited to make the cut, and I feel really good at the weight, and I still have to get in there and do work.
Right on, man. Talk about your background quickly and your evolution as a fighter.
My background I started out as a wrestler, and then I found ANC Pancreation, which is a kickboxing academy, but not here he's we're not subject to kickboxing. We do Muay Thai, boxing, kickboxing, submission wrestling, all the great stuff. And in all my fights in my career, I've done mixed martial arts bouts, Muay Thai bouts, kickboxing, shootboxing, all the bouts you can think of. And Matt Hume always makes us be, well-rounded. We can't just be a boxer or a stand-up fighter or this or that. We have to be, evolved with the sport. And Matt's doing a great job with all his fighters, me, Tim Boach, Shersford, or making sure we're evolving with the sport as well.
Yeah, you've shown that you're well-rounded, but something that jumped out at me was your timing on your takedowns. It made my jaw drop, man, especially in the fight with Kid Yamamoto. The timing that you had, slipping those punches and taking him to the mat, is that something that just comes naturally to you?
It's a little bit natural and a lot of hard work, especially in this training camp. We worked on a lot of using my attributes as a key to my fight. Because when I fought Dominic, I was using a lot of skills and timing and all that stuff. And since I've been training full time for this fight, I've really been able to tap into my arsenal a lot more with the timing and the wrestling and all the Muay Thai and all that stuff.
Right on. What do you feel like your biggest advantages are over Ian?
I don't have to say I have the biggest advantage over anybody. I just go out there to fight and, put things together and make it work very well for me. And, I'll say the advantage he has over me is that he's fought at 125 before. He's made the weight cut. He knows how his body runs functional at that weight class. Mm-hmm. This is something new for me. And last time I fought at 125 was back in beginning of my amateur career, and Matt made the decision. He goes, there's no point fighting 125. There's no really great market there. Let's just go 135. So that's an advantage I think that Ian McCall has over me. But as for me, I don't like to say I have this advantage over my opponent.
What have you learned about him, studying him and his skill set?
Ian McCall is a great fighter. He has a great set of skills. He comes from a very great gym. He always seems to come to fight. He's always in shape. And I'm looking forward to getting there and mixing up with them, man. I can't wait.
Do you feel like your speed will still be something that sets you apart at flyweight in the new division?
Honestly, I think my speed is going to be a lot faster. Now that I've cut off, a lot of that muscle that I had when I was at 135, it's actually helped me a lot better being at this weight class a lot more because I feel a lot faster. I feel my recovery is a lot faster, and my diet made my body be almost, I don't want to say a better machine, but it runs awesomely more at this weight class.
Interesting. What did you learn from the loss of Dominic? I mean, does that give you confidence moving forward, seeing as you performed very well, I thought, in the fight, despite the loss?
I learned a lot from that fight with Dominic Cruz. I know that I can go 25 minutes hard. I learned a lot of things that I did, a lot of holes that we spent a lot of time in this camp fixing, and just showing that I'm a tough dude, that I go out there and bang with the best in the world and stand on the feet and always be in the fight. I never out of the fight. So.
Yeah. How has that experience, of already having been to the elite level, a title shot, help you, in this little 4-man tournament here? I mean, 2 fights and you'll be a champ here.
Not technically, but hopefully I will be a champ. And I think it's going to help me out a lot. It's a little different format than it was before. And I think everybody's looking forward to it as much as I am. And I think, my last title fight with Dominic is going to help me out a little better.
Yeah. I just saw you spend some time already doing some promotional stuff down under there in Australia. How was that experience? And, those fans are crazy, man. So what are you expecting come fight time?
I'm expecting, all the fans to go crazy. Yeah, and they're crazy down there. They're also very genuine, nice people, and I expect the ring just to be insane when we step in the octagon and go to war.
Do you feel like people are underestimating Ian a little bit? I mean, I looked at the fight line, and he's like despite being, a lot of people have him ranked number 1 because he has had fights at 125. You and Joe haven't. But do you feel like people are underestimating him as like a 3.5 to 1 underdog?
I don't know. I don't really look at the underdog or all that stuff, and I don't care what people think about him, but I know that, he's a tough fighter. And the only reason I'm thinking that, is that nobody knows of him, and it's almost like if you're not fighting UFC, then people will say, oh, you're not good. But, Ian McCall is a good fighter. He's only 12-2. One of his losses came from Demetrious, and I can't remember where his other loss came from. So I think he's a great fighter, and if people are going to underrate him, that's not my problem. That's their problem. And I don't want to say it's his problem, but I don't even look at that kind of stuff. Yeah,
right on. Do you feel like you got the tougher fight, considering Joe's fighting Arushatani?
You know what? I don't want to say that. I remember Ian McCall said he thinks that I got a tough fight. Arushatani is a tough fight. I mean. I know that Ian McCall said that because I'm fighting him, but I think we all, me and Joseph, we got tough fights. I mean, we're both fighting ex-champions, at their own respected organization. Ian was the 125-pound champion at Country Fighting Palace, and Yushin Otani was the 123-pound Shuto champion. So we got some great fighters, and I mean, yeah, I think it goes both ways. I think Joseph Benavidez has a very tough fight, and I do as well.
Yeah. Well, quickly, just talk about being, the potential of being the face of the UFC's 125-pound division and whatnot.
I'm very excited to have the opportunity if it comes, and I hope I would be a great ambassador for the weight class. And each time I step out to the fight, man, I'm always going to go balls to the wall. So man, you got to worry about me. With Demetrious Johnson, we can't have the headline. Don't worry, I'll provide it. If I break a bone, I still go hard. So
yeah, I am super excited to see the flyweights, man. You guys put on a pace that's just outstanding, and I know the fans are going to take to it right off the bat. Is there anything you want to say? Anybody you want to thank, sponsors and whatnot?
Yeah, I want to thank my partnership with Xbox 360, Rainier CrossFit, Enjoying Athletics, all my coaches for helping me get ready for this fight. And yeah, come fight time, I'm ready to go.
All right, can you give us any type of prediction?
It's going to be a great fight. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm flying over to Australia with great pictures coming home with the victory.
All right, thanks so much, Demetrious Johnson. I'm Spencer Lazara. Thanks for listening to MMAinterviews.tv.
Godspeed and party on.